Talkin' Sex Live is recorded in front of a live audience. This show is for mature listeners only. Hello, you're Talking Sex Live with Chet and Diane. I'm Diane.
And I am Chet, and we are unlicensed sex therapists just here to share our knowledge about our sexual experience with the world, answering calls from viewers like you who are listening and watching right now. We are live on Twitch and also on Caffeine. We're also recording for YouTube and for podcast, which you could be listening to right now. So, as always, we are joined by our good producer and friend, Wells. How are you doing tonight, Wells?
I'm very well. Thank you, Chet and Diane. How are
Nope.
you?
We're
We're
doing
good.
great.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's been new with you, Wells?
Well, I've been thinking a lot about the half your age plus seven rule
Oh,
because there's a younger woman that's interested in me.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's the age there?
Well, she's 21.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And,
okay, so
I know that the brain, the frontal lobes don't fully form until 28.
oof,
So,
yikes.
but she is quite sweet and quite beautiful. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing where
Mm-hmm.
this goes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's great. I hope that you can things work out for you. How young have you gone there, Diane, with the women or men that you've dated?
Um, we're around the same age. I think I've dated a few younger ones and older ones.
But you're saying like how much of a difference? Like 10 years, 5 years?
Older wise, I've dated like 15 years older than myself.
Okay. I went on dates with girls that were about 10, 12 years younger than me, and I don't really prefer it. It's I like to have things that I can be more connected with. Of course, Diane's a little younger than I am, but we still kind of are in the same a little. You're like really younger, but we still can connect on things that are the same. We are also joined by our gay relationship sex expert, my good friend from college, Richard Colby. How are you doing tonight, Richard?
I'm doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm
Great. Oh,
enjoying my
you
time.
still in UCLA, I can tell. And
Yes, my
Henrik.
research is ongoing.
Okay, that's
And
great.
I'm learning a lot.
Mm-hmm.
These kids are fuck machines.
Oh,
Mm.
really?
Chet, did you have this much? Like they're having set, it would be cheap to compare them to rabbits because these guys are getting educated at the same time. But I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how they study. Did you have a lot of sex when you were in college?
Yeah. I mean, I had sex as we've discussed in the past. I had an older woman. She was about 20 years older than I was, who was a bisexual, and she kind of gave me my own sexual knowledge while I was in college, and she also kind of guided me on how to have sex with women. So not only was I having sex with her, but I was also just kind of exploring stuff with the other women on campus and stuff, and just kind of figuring out finding my sexual truth and whatnot. Uh, so you're finding that it's still like that. There's a lot of sex going on college on campus right now.
Yeah, and I've been conducting interviews and talking to my roommate Jamie. He's out, right now, but
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
getting data that way. I'm hoping that someone will let me come along to document the process, but we'll
Mm-hmm.
see.
Hmm.
I haven't worked my way up to that, but they trust me, right? They learn
Mm-hmm.
more about me. They trust me.
Got it. Um, so I mean, do you have any knowledge about dating younger for Wells there, Dick?
Yeah. So, I mean, look, I don't date younger women, but I have dated younger men. And the important thing is to recognize that it's real, it's a thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it will come up like in odd moments where you want to talk about your favorite song and they have no idea that that band ever existed in the
Yeah,
whole
exactly.
scope of human time. Right. And those things, you're just going to have to choke that down in order to make it work because having the same frame of reference is not why you like them.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm,
Right.
mm-hmm.
Choking things down does not sound super fun, though, but we'll see how this goes.
uh, so, Wells, we're just going to get right into it tonight with the callers. Do we have any callers coming in right now?
Well, it looks like we're gonna have Tabby Whiskers,
Okay.
and he's having a problem with jealousy in the relationship between his wives, so perhaps he's a polygamist,
Mm-hmm.
and his roommate.
Okay.
Huh.
All right. Hello, you're talking Sex Live with Chet and Diane. I am Chet.
I'm Diane.
And is this Tabby?
Yeah, Tabby Whiskers, thanks for taking my call.
Okay. No problem. So you're a polygamist and you have several wives and you have a roommate that's living with you. Is that right?
My wives and I, we've been married about 2 years now. I married a set of twins.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
Oh.
and yeah, fell on hard times. Actually got fired from the mortuary, so I had to become a freelance embalmer. And business hasn't been really good, so we thought we'd take on a roommate. And it's kind of made my living situation a little stressful.
Okay. So what do you mean? So say that again.
Well,
You had to take on
well,
what?
A roommate.
A roommate because
a
but you had a
roommate.
mortuary. Is that what you said?
Oh, I was let go from the mortuary and had to
Okay.
become a freelance embalmer.
Got it.
So I'm embalming door to door, trying to get some business. But took on a roommate to for some financial relief, and oftentimes I think he just might have more in common with my wives than even I do.
Okay. So hold up here. So you're a door-to-door
Balmer?
embalmer. I don't know how
Embalmer?
that would work. You
Is
just
that
knock on
legal?
doors and see if you could go ahead and embalm people, or just looking for somebody to
Yeah,
die.
Huh.
it's kind of canvassing neighborhoods, seeing who might be close to death, and trying to pre-render services before the unfortunate event.
Okay, so you're kind of like scouting it out to see what neighborhoods have the high. I mean, I can imagine just going to like a retirement community would probably be the best place for this,
Hmm.
right? Okay.
Oh,
So,
yeah. People who've been in the game longer than I have, that's usually like their corner, So it's hard to
Mm-hmm.
break in, but I try. I do try.
okay. So, but
Oh, yeah,
so let's get back to your actual problem there. So I was just really curious about what this whole
yeah.
door-to-door embalmer entails. So
Well,
when you're going,
You know, like you can sell knives door to door. You can
Mhm.
certainly try to embalm anyone at any given time. It is a service,
Okay, so
but
you're
the,
living
the
with
roommate. Hmm.
yeah, you have two
I have
wives.
two
Somehow you got
wives.
married to two wives. I don't know. Are you
Hmm.
do you live in Utah or where
Wait a
about do
minute.
you live?
No, no, Colorado.
Okay,
Oh.
good for you. So you got two wives, and then you had a roommate move in,
Yeah,
and now the roommate
roommate
is
has moved
having.
in.
Go ahead.
Yeah, seems to have more in common than them. My wives are more nocturnal than I am, and I swear I can hear them scampering around downstairs with him while I'm trying to sleep, playing with all of their toys, and I bought those toys for my wives.
Okay. So wait. So, are you saying that your roommate is scampering around with some type of animals or with your wives?
Said wives.
You said wives?
Him and my wives are all scampering around downstairs playing on the toy,
Mm.
maybe
Okay.
going in and out of the carrier,
Oh,
probably up on the tree hanging out on different levels together, and I'm starting to get a little worried that they might be getting more fond of him than me. He's ginger like I am. Um,
Are
I,
are
you
you
know,
are you married to your cats? Is that what it is?
yeah. I'm sorry. Was that not clear?
Oh no, not at all. Not at all. Okay. So you have
Oh,
two cats. Richard, it looked like you
yeah.
have something to talk about here.
Well, no, I just had an awakening in the
Uh-huh.
last 10 seconds
Mm.
because I was going to ask, what is the carrier and why are they playing in the trees? And I don't think you have any, but now that they're cats, so the roommate, is that a cat as well?
The ginger tabby. My wives are tuxedos, but I also have red hair, so they probably see a lot of me in him.
Well, all right. So, but is your roommate? Is that also is that a man?
It's a tabby. Orange tabby.
It's three
It's a
cats, Chuck.
cat.
There's three
I'm
cats.
Three
sorry.
Got it.
cats.
Was that
Three
Okay.
my?
cats.
I'm
I heard
Cat.
sorry.
you.
I'm
Listen, you
sorry.
gotta
I,
He's a
I'm
listen
cat
to.
sorry.
only in the sense of 1942. He's a cat,
Got it.
right?
Got it. I just
The
I heard
cool cat.
Tabby, but his name was Tabby as well, so I just thought maybe that's what he called other men. I don't know. So all
I
right.
don't know.
So
Well,
wait.
I changed my name to Tabby Whiskers to make Paula and Mittens feel
Oh,
more
that's
Oh.
very cute.
inclusive.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So there's a new cat, roommate, that moved in with you. But
Yeah.
did how did this new roommate move in with you? Did you bring did you adopt it or did you find it on this? I don't want to.
Well,
Street.
they're all
Uh,
rescues.
okay.
Oh.
So now you have three cats and they're all playing around, and your original two
I think
cats.
they're using you.
Yeah, there
I
you go.
think. I mean, you said the rescues.
That's
That
what
was the
I'm
big
afraid
clue.
of.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, the rescues. They
Oh,
needed you for your resources, right? And now
oh,
that
I
they're
was
stable,
afraid of that.
Mm.
yeah.
Well,
Okay.
we had good times though. There was a lot of connection. We would always sit together and watch our favorite musical,
Cats?
Joseph and
Cats.
the Technicolor.
Oh.
Yes, of course. Yes. Uh, I've never seen that one
I haven't
actually.
seen that
Yeah, I
one
really
either.
want to see it though. But okay, so you and Mittens and the other tuxedo cat, which is your wife, you all would sit and watch Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat. But now the
That's
new
pretty good. You got them to sit and watch
yeah,
TV
yeah, to
that
sit, I
long.
mean, I guess they're sitting on your lap and
Yeah.
stuff.
Have you had sexual relations with the cats?
You're trying to figure out if I fuck my cat wife?
Yes.
Yeah, have you
I
had sex with your
like
cats?
the marriage has yet to be consummated, but
Okay.
sounding,
Oh, thank
but the
That's
goodness.
good. That's
That's
sound,
good.
good.
That's good.
Yes.
Okay.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure that these cats are right for you because, rescues in time of need. It's just kind of like
mm,
when the Amway salesperson comes to you in your hospital bed and they turn you into an Amway
mm,
salesperson. Like, I think you're getting
mm.
used.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh,
Do you feel that
oh
have you
boy.
ever had relations with a woman before, or are you just strictly only like are you into cats?
A human woman?
Yeah, an actual human woman. Are you into human women?
Terrifying.
Okay. But so I don't know what is it about cats that you like that women don't have that make you terrified?
Rejection.
Well, it, it's all about the tongue.
Oh, so you like the rough tongue other
Mm.
than the smooth tongue of a woman or a man.
Nothing like the rough tongue of a cat.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure. Have you ever heard of a furry? Have you
Well,
ever heard a person called a furry?
a furry.
Yeah,
I
there's a
try to keep myself as hairy as possible to make my wives at ease so we can all look in a similar fashion.
Yeah, no, there's a group of people that are called that they call themselves furries because they're into a type of
Mm.
play where they dress up as animals, either cats or dogs
Oh.
or horses, and they
Mm.
have these communities where they all get together and they just play around. Sometimes it can be like a sub-dominant type of relationship where there'll be like an owner, and the
Mm.
owner will go ahead and lead the other pets, and the pets would become the submissive and the owner would be the dominant. And so it there's probably some women out there who like to be a furry,
Mm.
and they might be into like an
Mm.
owner like you.
Mm.
Is that something that you are
Mm.
looking into at all, or?
Well, I just feel like if I brought my wives to a furry orgy, they would think that everyone was making fun of them.
Well, they're not always orgies. They're not always. Sometimes it's just people. Just there's whole conventions of furries where people just go to these like the LA
Mm.
Convention Center and they all dress up as furries and they all interact and
Is that
stuff.
what the LA Convention Center's for?
Maybe,
They have other
maybe,
events.
maybe
Uh,
not so much the LA
Mm.
Convention Center, but some other
Tabby,
places.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Would
Yeah.
you, if you and your wives were the same size, would that be a good thing or a bad thing?
I think that would be a truly great thing. Although when you're lying down, everyone is sort of the same size.
I don't, I don't know that that's how
Mm.
that works. That's that.
Mm.
There, I mean, you can move them, like you can put them at your face or at your feet more easily, but they're still smaller. However, in the furry
Mm.
universe, and I'm sure they have
Mm-hmm.
a convention center in the Colorado Convention
Yeah,
Center
Hmm.
where they get
Denver.
together. You can
Mm-hmm.
find life size. You can not life. You can find you-sized cats.
Yeah. Yeah, so other people dressed
Oh.
up as cats that you can be in a relationship with. So,
Huh.
hmm.
Cats that pay the
Well,
bills.
I
Yeah.
would have to divorce my cat wives, and it will be a very traumatic experience.
No, you can
Hmm.
still bring those cats with you, and your female partner can actually enjoy being in a relationship with you and with the cats. You don't have to be
Hmm.
married to the cats. You can just have them as, pets.
Yeah, another animal
Oh.
lover.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I
Hopefully.
bring a woman into this relationship to
Mhm.
give Paula and Mittens and that ginger fucker a little taste of their own medicine.
All right, so I'm assuming this is
Hmm.
probably an orange cat that you're calling a ginger. What
Tabby.
Tabby? Yeah. Wells, do you have any type of statistics of on furries, or do you know of any type of sites that Tabby can go uh, to find some other females that might or males that might dress up as furries or as cats that would
Great.
enjoy dating him?
I could always bring in a few more rescue cats to kind of
Well,
throw Ginger Tabby off of his game.
maybe,
And
but I don't know. More
maybe,
cats might
a
not
little
be the
competition
option.
for my wife.
There are actually
Yeah, what's
There's,
going
few.
on, Wells?
So there is a social networking site for dating furries, Furzu,
Mm-hmm.
Ferzu. There is also furryforlife.org.
Mm.
Yes, so those are the two big ones.
I would highly suggest to
okay.
go to those two sites there and then find some other
Uh-huh.
furries that you might be willing to date you. Also, have you ever wanted to dress up as a cat, or is that not something that you would be into?
I'm wearing a full cat costume right now.
Okay. Yep, there it is. There it
Done.
is. Yeah, so I'm
You're
sure
done. You're
yeah,
in.
you could find a
There you
female
go.
that was also being the same thing that you'd be into, and you know what? You'll find some happiness. I highly suggest going and finding those. So, uh, hopefully we pointed you in the right direction there, Tabby Whiskers. And
Yeah.
I'm curious as to what your real name is. Well, maybe it is your real name. Who am I to judge? But I, I,
Hmm.
I,
Eye
I
opening.
yes,
Thank
it
you so
is.
much.
No problem. All right. Well, have a good night there, Tabby, and please stay safe, sane, and consensual.
Great.
All right. Bye.
Take care.
Thanks.
Bye bye.
Bye.
The
So,
closer he gets to Denver, the more success he's going to find, I think.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Where is there any communities in Denver that you found there, Wells? Or there's like
Running
ranches all over
communities
the
in
place.
Denver.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are.
Yeah. There's got to be. Um, Diane and I have never actually have we dressed up as furries before.
No.
No, yeah, I don't. I mean, maybe that should be on our thing. I don't know. What kind of
Oh, there
animal
you
would you?
go.
Yeah, that's
Denver.org.
Denver, man. All
Denver.
right.
Oh,
Well,
that's
Whiskers,
perfect.
that is perfect.
Perfect.
um, Diane, what would you want to dress up as?
Unicorn?
A unicorn? All right. They do have those butt plugs that have the
Oh.
tails that come out of them.
Well, I can stick that in you then.
Sure, why not? Which one would you want? I would just picture like a raccoon, like a red raccoon, or
Dress
the
you up as a raccoon?
I don't know, maybe. Uh,
This call, well, it's definitely more interesting than the research I've been doing, which I've been very interested in, but this
Mhm.
this goes in a whole other. I'm very happy. There was one question he answered that I'm very happy about the answer,
What's that?
which
Not
is that
consummating?
he has not consummated the marriage.
Yeah.
So he
'Cause
hasn't
I
had
didn't
sex with the
know.
animals. Yeah.
We would have had to have called the police, right?
Yeah, because that's I think
Yeah.
bestiality is against the well, maybe I don't know about Denver laws, but I'm sure
It
there
I'm
seems like
pretty
animal
sure it's
or
abuse.
against
Colorado.
federal
Yeah,
law.
probably bestiality.
Spreads disease and whatnot.
Yeah. So we'll move on from bestiality. Good
Yeah.
segue right there. Do we have another caller coming in there, Wells?
Yeah, we have Brett Rontaine. He has a question about glory hole play.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
Hello, you're talking Sex Live with Chet and Diane. I'm Diane.
And I am Chet, and was it Brad?
Brett.
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 Brett Fontaine. Oh my God, this is Chet and Diane.
Yep.
I'm such a big fan.
In the flesh. You're talking Sex Live right now on Twitch. We had to
Wow.
drop our caffeine feed because it was cutting out there. So you're
So you
just
have
now on
a
Twitch.
yes.
Yeah.
You got a question about glory holes? You said.
Yes. I just recently heard about them,
Mhm.
and they sound fantastic. I just are there rules?
Well, I mean,
for-
they're just not like everywhere. You gotta. They're. I don't. I mean, I think I've actually never seen a glory hole in like a bathroom. Typically, they're in bathrooms. Like you're at a bathroom stall,
Oh.
and there's just a hole, and then another guy will put his penis through the bathroom stall, and then hopefully somebody will.
Suck it
Suck
on the
it.
other end.
No, is
I
that not
don't
right,
know.
Dick?
No,
Oh.
not. So I've spent a lot of time in the bathroom
Oh.
for a multitude of reasons.
Yeah.
And I've never seen a glory hole in person or at
Mm.
all.
Huh.
I think they're more in
Wow.
adult bookstores.
In
That's where-
bookstores?
Adult bookstores.
Oh, adult
Yes,
bookstores.
I
Yeah,
read
I
a
just
lot.
thought Barnes and
Yeah.
Nobles. There's just a
And I've never
glory
seen
hole in the
them.
bathroom. So
glory
Yeah.
holes are real, and hookups in bathrooms are real.
Mhm.
But if Macy's found a big penis-sized hole between the stall,
definitely.
they're going to at least stick a discount shirt in it or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean, you would have to have like what are those hole like drills that would drill out a dick-sized hole. And I don't. That's a lot
Yes.
of work because usually bathroom stalls are metal. So you're saying that at adult bookstores in the like in the bathroom or where are these glory holes
They'll
out
have
there, Dick?
video booths.
Okay.
And in the video booths,
Oh,
you pay to go back and watch a video, and then they'll have a glory hole in there. But I think,
Oh.
yeah, you're gonna have to find well, it depends on what type of like what type of sexual preference you're looking for. So you need to pick the appropriate adult bookstore.
Okay.
like like Barnes and Noble? Would Barnes and Noble have
No,
one?
we're talking about like porn stores, like that
Oh,
sell sex
Yeah.
toys and stuff. So, if you do you have any like in your neighborhood or around your area that you can go to try and
I
like?
yeah, I think there's an adult video store just up the highway. I could probably look there. Maybe.
Okay. Do they have one of those viewing rooms where you can go and watch videos?
They do. I've never been back there though. I
Hmm.
thought it was just like, chairs and
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
I've never been
I'll
back
have
there
to check that
either.
out.
Mm-mm.
Dick, have you said that you've had some experience with that? Is that correct?
I have been back there, and but with it was a while ago because with the internet age, looking at
Yeah.
porn, right?
Yeah.
But those are you basically pay a couple bucks or whatever, and you take a video and you watch it back there.
Yeah.
They have people kind of on the go ready, and you put your fingers through the hole. You do some kind of signal like ready.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
oh.
Hmm.
but it
Oh, so
Okay.
is.
they're signaling. Is it like gang signs or is it?
Throwing the
I
Crips
mean,
and Blood sign up there.
Yeah, I
or
mean,
like maybe
like, yeah, well, I
like
mean,
like
go ahead.
can you put your so like can any gender or sex like put their bits up there and like that's what I'm saying. Are there rules? Is
Well,
there like a
the bits
secret
have to
box
fit
saying like
through a
I
hole.
want my
Oh.
butt?
So if your
Okay.
butt can fit through the hole, maybe, but it's that's
Be a big
probably
hole.
unlikely.
I mean, what if? I mean, I don't. I mean, is that? Are you saying, Brett, that you want to put your whole like your anus up against it, and hopefully somebody will put their penis through the glory hole to insert it into your anus? Is that what you're saying?
I was considering that.
Okay.
Mm.
I've been very curious,
Mm-hmm.
but I heard it's supposed to be anonymous. So do I have to wear a mask
Oh, like
if I
I
go
don't think
there?
they can see the other. Are you talking about like for COVID, putting a mask on for that, or just like a mask so nobody can see who you are?
No, like a bandit mask or something like that,
Okay, so just
just over
conceal your
your eyes.
identity. I think
Like the
you're
Lone
more,
Ranger.
yeah, you're more about like you're behind a booth
Or
there.
a wall,
Yeah,
and then there's a
wall.
hole.
There's a
I think if
Well,
you
hole.
walked into an
like,
adult bookstore dressed as the Lone Ranger, they'd know
Yeah,
exactly what you're there for.
yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
so
That
I'd be
would
like
be
the anal sex burglar or something like that.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Rubble, rubble.
Oh.
uh, so but there is an adult bookstore down the street from us that has an arcade where people can look to go, and I just with the whole internet age, like I see people going in and out of there all the time, and I was like, why would you go in there if you were to just watch DVDs when you can watch it on your phone
Well,
anywhere?
now we
But
know.
now we know. Thank you
Mm-hmm.
so much,
Yeah.
Dick, for telling us about that. So I guess I always wondered if there was strippers in there, but it could be anybody just behind like there could be just some the dude who runs the place and you put your penis in and he just jerks you off or
That is,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's anonymous. Like Brett
mm-hmm,
wants it to be anonymous. And
mm-hmm,
so that's why it's important to pick the right bookstore,
mm-hmm.
Mm.
I
so that you
guess
can kind of gauge the other end of the hole.
I guess if like the hand's a
Oh.
little rough or callousy or huge like hands maybe. I mean, or maybe
Hmm.
you don't care who jerks you off. I mean, and that's perfectly fine. That if you're all right with another man stroking your penis, then have at it. So I mean,
I guess how would I know? I mean, it could be a lesbian with a rough hand.
that's true.
Yeah. Yep.
Could be.
Yeah.
Stumpy hand. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess it would just
I guess
depend on
why
how
would she
soft
want
their
to stroke
hands
a
are.
penis?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, okay.
Why would a lesbian want to stroke a penis? I think that would be the
Well,
no.
that's another story, another
Yeah.
time.
Okay. Diane's got some insight on this, but doesn't want to share. Uh,
Oh
So,
man, it's been so helpful.
Dick, what have you ever put your penis in a glory hole at one of these bookstores or?
I have not because I really want to examine, like, there's the one orifice which is the hole, and then there's this
Mm-hmm.
other orifice, and I'd really like to be able to examine it before my penis would go inside of it because I don't want to catch things like herpes and other types of STDs. But
So,
herpes is,
so
yeah, the big
back
one.
up. So you're saying that there's the glory hole and then there's another hole?
The butthole.
No,
There's a
The
butthole?
butthole.
The orifice. Yeah.
Oh,
Orifice.
or okay, I must have misheard.
you okay tonight, Chet? You
Yeah,
feeling?
No,
you're
no,
not really
I
focusing.
know. I'm sorry. It's about I'm playing producer right now as well. I have many hats when I run this show, and I have to constantly monitor lots of different things, and so it keeps me
Okay,
from
I'll be more
listening
direct.
100%.
I was
Yes.
being indirect, but there's a mouth, there's the hole, and then there's the mouth at the other side of the hole.
Oh, so you're saying there's a mouth that sucks your penis? I thought it was just a hand job that's on that. That's what I was confused about. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's
I just
right.
It's kind of like, let's make a deal. Like, you just put your penis in the hole, and
yeah,
then
Oh,
something
yeah,
happens.
yeah. So you could get zonked.
Interesting fact about
so
glory
there's a
holes.
Go ahead, Wells.
Huh.
During
there's
during
celebrity.
the
Is there a celebrity guest
Maybe
That'd be
could
interesting.
at the
be.
hole?
I think
Well,
if you're here in LA,
yeah, maybe,
probably.
maybe.
Oh,
Wells, what's you had some stats on glory holes there?
couple facts about glory holes during especially during the pre-vaccination phase of the pandemic, some governments actually recommended glory holes.
What?
What?
Yes,
Where, where
What
are
are
you
you
reading
talking
this
about?
information?
including the British Columbia Public Health. They
Oh,
recommended
BC.
it as a possible
Oh.
way for people to have sex in a safe way
Got
without
it.
getting COVID.
I
Uh,
get
the
it.
the first recorded use of a glory hole was
Uh-huh.
in England. It was in the early 19th century. It's a man named Mr. Gilliam, and after he went into the washroom to relieve himself, a man stuck his penis through the hole in the wall. And Mr. Gilliam was so
oh,
upset, he ran outside, and the man allegedly chased him and said that he would have sex with him. And then when Mr. Gilliam didn't want to have sex with him, he said he'd tell his wife that he did. The
Wow.
whole thing.
oh.
Well, that would
Yeah.
be buggery. And back in England, merry old England, back in the day, you could you would get hung for
Yeah.
buggery. It was
Brett, you
really
sounded
messed
Oh,
like
up.
you liked that idea. Did you like that idea?
Who, me or
Brett.
Brett? Oh, sorry.
oh. I like the idea of someone else doing it for me.
Hmm.
Hmm.
That that's why I got curious, and that's how I heard about it first, was a public health recommendation
Oh, so
during
they
Uh-huh.
were
COVID,
saying
and
that
I was
you
like,
should,
what?
huh? Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I guess for
yeah.
COVID, that would be great because
They,
there's a big that barrier there.
mm-hmm.
But I mean, I guess if you were to have a partner on the other side,
Yeah, they
yeah,
could do that.
mm-hmm, that's kind of hot.
They,
Diane and I have
Oh,
been. Sorry, what you're gonna say? Something,
I was
Diane?
gonna say, they may have some on FitLife that are in
FetLife.
FetLife, that
Yeah,
people that are into kinks.
yeah,
You might be able to find one on there.
like a glory hole fetish.
oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or glory hole
take
kink.
turns or
Yeah.
something.
I think
Uh,
there are
I
online
didn't.
directories
yeah,
of
you can
Yeah.
just
remaining
go.
glory holes.
You can
Yeah.
find glory
Do
holes
like a
around the
Google
city.
Maps plugin for
Yeah.
it.
Mm.
So you could just
So is that like a?
bid on Google Maps and just be like glory holes, and then you just like and then you find one, and then you put your dick in it.
Mm.
Yeah. Diane
Is
and I,
this like
we've
a
actually,
hashtag I should put on my Tinder?
yeah, totally glory hole.
Hashtag glory hole.
Yeah, maybe. Diane and I,
Oh,
we've been thinking about making a glory hole in our bath.
Mm-hmm.
We have a bath, our master bath. It has a separate toilet room, and then so I was like, what if we were to drill a hole in here, and I could just put my dick through when you're on the toilet?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess that would
yeah,
work.
that would work. Yeah, but I don't know how much you would like that. I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
but I guess if you were to, bend over and put and have your vagina be in the glory hole. You know, if you were to bend over.
You'd have to make it like a box hole or
Well, I
something.
think if you were to if the sheetrock was small enough there, and you were to bend over, and then you press up, you know, your cheek so that your vagina would
That
come
seems
through
like
the
a lot of
hole.
work.
It would, but it'd be kind of hot. No,
Yeah,
maybe
maybe.
I don't know. Maybe. Well, Brett. Hopefully that we've pointed you in the right direction for glory holes. That is definitely the longest conversation I've ever had about glory holes. So
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, I appreciate
well,
it
I'm
though,
going to get in
because
my car and go down to the arcade.
yeah, well, the adult arcade, definitely don't go
Yeah,
down
don't
to
go
the
to
children
it.
arcade.
No.
That would not be all
Oh,
right.
no. No,
Not
no,
at all. So,
no.
have a good night, Brett. Please stay safe, sane, and consensual. Consensual is the main part that we
Mm-hmm.
want to talk about right there. And have a good night.
Good night. I guess
Thank,
you could put
thank you
like a
both.
No
good night.
problem. Have thanks.
I guess you could put like a condom on the glory hole, couldn't you?
Yeah, totally.
Wouldn't that work?
Well, I mean, if
Stick your dick through the hole with a condom on.
I don't know if there's any like vaginas on the other side or anuses on the other side of the hole. I think it's
think
either a mouth or a hand, right?
They have done vaginas before, I
Yeah,
believe.
just
Yeah.
like a real vagina, just like
On the
somebody.
other side.
Well,
That's just going to take a woman with like real calisthenic strength.
and
Yeah,
Seriously.
and it does. The inner
yeah,
thigh flexibility and the hip
yeah.
mobility have to be quite something.
Well,
But so
also,
you could have a bed on the other side, and then someone could put their penis through the hole.
Uh,
yeah, it makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
oh
But
yeah.
it does take some flexibility on the
Hmm.
woman's part.
That would have to be a pretty big hole. I don't know. It seems there are. I've heard of bars where you sit on a bar stool and then there's like a glory hole at the or like there's just a gap or something like that where you just sit on a bar stool and somebody comes up and just either sucks or stroke your dick.
Hmm.
Maybe in Las Vegas, I don't know, Netherlands, Amsterdam. Have you heard of this at all? No.
I've not heard of that particular thing, but I wouldn't be super surprised. I mean, I've been in some gay bars and I've watched people stroking people off just right there on the dance floor. Like it's
Yeah,
just a thing I've seen.
not a big deal.
I wouldn't say not a big deal. Like the bars don't generally want you to do it.
They don't.
I'd be quite upset if someone did that.
Hmm.
If I was tending bar and I had to clean that up.
Yeah. We will move on. Another great segue. This show's got so many fantastic segues.
Yeah.
Wells, do we have another caller coming in?
We do. This is Shelly Spring. She's dating a man and she likes everything about him except for his kids.
Ooh, okay. Hello. You are talking sex live with Chet and Diane. I am Chet.
I'm Diane.
And is this Shelly?
Shelly, are you there?
Hello?
Hello. Yeah, hi, Shelly.
Hi.
How are you doing tonight?
Well, I'm okay. You know, I had a fun day,
Mm-hmm.
but just kind of feeling confused, which is why I wanted to talk. It seems like you guys are experts.
We're somewhat experts. I mean, we're not actually licensed or anything like that, but we share our knowledge and do our best to help you out. We also are joined by some experts and also a statistician who can also help you out. So you're. It sounds
I'm
like
an esthetician.
you're so you're like a like a esthetician, as in like a beauty person.
Yeah, you said you have one there. That's awesome.
Oh, no, you have a statistician, somebody who can.
Yeah, that's what I am.
Oh, you're also a statistician. I thought you said an esthetician.
Yeah, I'm an esthetician.
I am so confused right now.
Beauty of numbers.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. What's
Got
your
it.
question?
What-
So
yeah,
your
so
let's get to the question.
Let's get to the question. So you're
Enough small
saying
talk.
you have you're dating somebody who has kids and you like the dude, but not so much the kids. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's my problem right now. It's like a really great guy, but just not really loving the whole kid thing,
Got it.
and not wanting to give up. Like it's really hard to find a guy who like ticks all the boxes, and he's like such a great guy. But unfortunately, there's this other half of his life.
Oh, he's got a wife too. So what you said,
No,
wife?
it said
Life.
Life. Man, I am just not
That's
hearing
okay.
anything
That's
tonight.
okay.
Maybe I should just stop talking.
That's
But
all right. That's all right.
you know what? Diane dated a guy who had kids before. Maybe she'll be able to help you out with this one.
Yeah. Do you not like his kids? Is that what the issue is, or it's just because he has kids?
Yeah, I mean, you could say I don't like his kids, but I just don't like kids. And
Oh,
so,
yeah, that
Oh,
makes
you
sense.
don't like
Yeah,
kids at
just
all? Oh, okay.
so
yeah,
there's nothing really wrong with the kids. You just don't like kids.
Huh.
yeah. But like
Well,
maybe if anyone's listening and they don't have kids.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So you're
find
just
someone
trying
else.
you're just trying to get on the show
Okay.
so you could pick up on some other guys,
Who
huh?
doesn't have kids?
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
Wells has kids, but
Mm-mm.
like
No, he
what? Wells
doesn't.
is like, oh, no, no, no.
No, sir.
Nope. So
I
maybe
mean,
Diane can coach you through this because she dealt with with a guy who had kids.
I
How many
mean,
years were you with this
And now
guy?
she has you.
Yeah, she has me.
yeah, a
Yeah,
year.
you were with a year.
You have
Okay.
kids?
Mhm.
We don't have kids,
No,
but
I
she
didn't
was
have
with a
kids, but I
guy
dated a guy with kids for
with
about a
kids.
year.
Yeah.
And there was, there's an adjustment period because usually there's a divorce going on, and so the kids are dealing with trauma.
Or
And
the
it
divorce
does,
has already happened. That
or
could
it's
happen.
happened.
Or there's just no mama involved.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different
Yeah, a lot of
issues.
Oh
scenarios.
God.
I
And
want
they
Things
to
to
need
ask a
them
couple
consider.
24
framing questions.
hours a day.
Okay, go ahead, Dick. What's going on?
Question number one: how many kids are we
Yeah,
talking about,
that's a big question. How old
And
are
how
they
old are
as
the
well
kids?
as
and how
well?
old
Yeah.
are they?
They're 10-year-old twins.
Oh, okay. Boy, girl, boy, boy, girl, girl,
Boy, boy.
boy, boy.
Okay.
Okay. So a lot of work there with the twins. So, and uh, and what's the situation with the man? Does
Is he
he?
Wait,
divorced?
is it two 10-year-olds or is it 10 1-year-olds?
I think it's two 10
Two
year olds.
10-year-olds.
Okay.
No.
Wait. You said it's 10
No,
1-year-olds?
No, I was just playing. I mean, come on
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Who's a statistician? Like, they're not paying attention because, like, what?
Got it. So
All right, let's.
Two
there's
10-year-olds.
twins that are 10-year-old boys. So what's the situation with the guy? Is he divorced? Did he have these two kids out of wedlock? I
Why
mean,
did he get a divorce?
yeah,
If
was
that's
he a
the
widower?
case?
He never married the mother, and they
Oh.
just so like it's easier. I mean, when you want to divorce someone and you never marry them, like you just break up and then you just walk
Yeah,
away. It's
you're
amazing.
free.
I don't even know why people get married.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean that's all right. And if people want to get married, that's great.
they were
If
never
they don't,
married.
it's fine. Okay, so they're never married. So does he? Is it joint custody? Is it? Is
Yeah.
he sole custody? Is it like 50-50, 36?
I think she
70?
said joint custody.
Yeah, but it could be like 30-70, or there's a
Yeah.
lot of different scenarios with the joint custody.
50-50.
Okay, so right down the
Okay.
middle there. Okay, so you don't see him all the time. Do you spend the majority of your time when the kids aren't there, or do you also spend time when the kids are there as well?
I mean, historically, I do not spend time when the kids are there because I don't want to be around them. But that can only last so long. So I do find myself like sometimes overlapping, and it's like, say it's an hour overlap or a day and a half or whatever. It's like awful. It's awful. I just don't want to do that. And so I'm like, how long can this go on?
Yeah. I mean, do the kids like you though?
I could answer, but like my first instinct when you asked that was like, I don't care. I don't
Oh,
care.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You don't
I
care.
don't care.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think if you
Don't
approach
care.
it like a CEO relationship, like
There
you're
you
both
go.
like high level execs and you live in across the country from each other and you can only see each other on weekends, like that could be a positive thing, and you just do that until the kids age out.
There you go. 10 years, you only got
Age
8 years to
out.
go.
Well,
Yeah.
If you want, but there's also other things to consider. There's
only
also
8 years.
financial issues too, because he's gonna focus his time more on the kids too. And then if there's baby drama, mama drama, that's gonna be
And you got to
hard
think
too.
about
And if you want to travel, you have to consider that. Do you want to travel in your life, or do you want to be stuck with a guy who has kids? I mean, you gotta weigh the pros and cons.
yeah.
Exactly
Also,
right.
do you I mean, do you want to have how long do you picture yourself with this man. Do you want to actually have kids with him as well?
Yeah,
And then you
your
have to
own.
deal with like your kid
No,
and
I
his
don't think
kids.
you heard me. I don't like
Oh, you
kids.
don't
Don't
like
want any
kids?
kids at all.
God, I am just off
No,
my game this today.
no.
Not listening to
No,
anything.
no, it's a normal question to ask.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you change your
Maybe
mind
you
down the
would change
road.
your mind
Yeah,
down the road,
there
and
you go.
then you'd have to deal with that later too.
Yeah. So it's a lot of things to think about. I mean, I guess it all
Yeah.
depends on how much you love him,
But even
and
if you love him, you also have to decide what's best for you ultimately. What will make you happy at the end of the day, because there's only one life you're having. And if you really want this, and if you think it'll make you happy, then don't settle. If you feel like if you're settling, then don't do that. But
yeah.
if you think this guy makes you happy, then
Does he
go
make
for
you
it.
happy? Does it
No.
provide for you?
Yeah, he makes me happy in every way but the kids. So
Mm.
that's why I've dated enough guys to know it's really hard to find that. And
Yeah.
it's like maybe wrong to have scarcity mentality like that, but does make me think, oh, I've dated so many people and no one comes even close. And yeah.
Yep.
I
I
think you should make a
recommend.
list.
But
I was just gonna say
Yeah,
that a
yeah.
pros and cons list.
The friends
Yeah, I'm
list.
doing it
Yeah.
on my
Yeah,
condo
yeah.
search, and I'm really questioning whether I need a washer dryer in unit or not. And so the
yeah, of
kids
course
get a
you need a
rank.
washer and dryer in
Yeah.
unit.
Pros and
Don't be
cons.
ridiculous.
Yeah. So you're saying you haven't dated anybody who's as good as this guy, but he's got kids. And so you just don't know
Yeah.
whether or not you can go ahead and continue because you just don't like kids. So, I mean, it makes
Yeah, I just
sense.
don't want to be around them at
Yeah.
all. Yeah.
Huh. That is a
But,
tough one.
I mean, you found Chet, so
That is right.
maybe-
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to tell you the best worst piece of advice ever.
I like this
Okay.
one. I like where this is going. What's going on,
Okay.
Dick?
Oh no.
So you don't want to date him because of the kids. And unless you decide to get therapy or really focus on what your problem with the kids is, I think this is not going to work. I'm just going to tell you straight up. If you hate the kids that much, then this is going to be a constant problem. However, the silver lining is whenever someone's in a relationship, they're more sexy to other people.
That's
So
right.
your ability to find other guys is going to go up if they know that you happen to be in a relationship.
Okay, so I need to flaunt my relationship and try to get attention.
Yes.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
It's not very honest to your man or to the partner that you're trying to get. But I mean, you're trying to be like, you know what? Use this as a leverage for infidelity.
I don't exactly recommend.
Like I could wear a T-shirt that says "I'm single" when I'm out with him, and I could be like, "I'm just kidding." It's like I'm kidding.
Yeah,
and then
you could.
And then it would be like a conversation starter.
It's when people, the notion is that
I don't
when
recommend
people
that.
in a relationship, they know that you're relationship material. They know that you're something, so they desire that, right?
Part of that is
So I could wear a T-shirt that said "girlfriend material."
What were you saying there, Wells?
Well, part of that is chemical too. When you're in a relationship and you're having sex, and you're emitting different pheromones to people. And that's part of the thing where it's like, oh, they're desirable. People want to have sex with them. I want to have sex with them.
Do you want to have sex with me?
There you go. Wells is single, by the way.
Yeah, Wells is
no
single.
kids
and he
either.
doesn't have kids.
Do you
But he
have
works
children?
a lot. He works a lot. So.
He's a workaholic, though.
I'm a workaholic, yeah.
There's the downside.
You make a lot of money.
I don't know. We pay you a kind of all right amount, but
he has to
and
work on
I
that
have
job.
5 other jobs, so
Yeah.
I do okay.
Yeah, he does okay for himself.
Okay,
So.
and you don't have kids.
That is correct.
Don't have kids.
Wow.
Guys can travel and
I
bone.
think calling in would, like, it's opening doors here. I don't know.
This isn't the first time a caller has hit on me.
Oh
is
yeah,
it?
it happens quite a bit. Well, I guess 3 times now is the third time.
Is it 3?
Something like that.
Maybe twice. I don't know, but yeah.
It's not that I'm personally interested in you. It's just like anything's better than a guy with kids.
Well,
Well,
I mean, if you don't like
don't I feel
kids, then
flattered?
yeah. So yeah.
I mean, I guess if you don't
leverage
have
it, baby.
kids.
Yeah.
Leverage it.
Yeah.
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 Just go
Fine,
ahead
send
and
a picture to the studio.
yeah, email talkingsexlive at
Okay.
gmail and .com and we'll put you in touch with Wells there. So yeah.
Okay.
Well, Shelly,
Wow.
hopefully
So
yeah, what's going on?
it's just like working out for me tonight.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
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 Lots of pros and coming up on this
Pros and
one.
cons.
I hope that we pointed you in the right direction. I feel
Pointed her
bad for
towards
this
Well,
me,
guy.
apparently.
Yeah, or for Wells.
Can find a girl with kids too and make it work.
Yeah, it is true. There's a
oh,
lot of
I have
men.
kids.
Oh, you have
Wait a
kids. Wait a
second.
second.
Whoa,
Where
whoa,
did that
whoa.
come from? So, and you hate it. Wait, do you ever?
Wait.
So,
Wait.
Well, you
so
didn't ask.
it is true. We did not ask.
Oh
So,
my god.
but I'm assuming you don't ever see these kids.
Oh no, I have 50% custody with my kids.
Okay.
Oh.
With your ex. Okay.
Well, then you gotta lower your standards.
Yeah, or just maybe go to therapy and figure out the whole root problem of why you don't like kids. So
Yep.
yeah,
Maybe you just don't like
Yeah,
your
'cause
own kids.
they're
Yeah.
like little drunk people. They're like tiny drunk adults.
drunk
And, like,
adults. Yeah.
Yeah. So what? Who likes that? Do you guys like that?
I
Kids
like.
are alright. Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
we
drink.
get. Yeah, it's true. Dick doesn't drink. Wells, do you like kids?
Yeah, I like kids. I don't think I would ever have my own, but I like them.
Oh, good. Yeah,
They're fun.
they're fun. Diane and I talked about having kids. We might have some children in the future. Yeah,
3.
Well,
3 kids.
I should
There
say
you go.
like I do have 50% custody,
Mhm.
but that's like the agreement. But I don't actually sue them because I just don't want to.
Oh,
But
all
that
right.
is the agreement.
Okay.
Mm.
Well,
I recommend going to a therapist to see what the root cause is first.
yeah, yeah. Well, Shelly, I really
Okay.
hope that we pointed you in the right direction there, and hopefully this man that you're seeing, you can hopefully find some type of common ground where you can continue to see him, or maybe Wells would be interested in meeting up with
maybe.
you. Who knows? Who knows what could happen here? But
Yeah. My
yeah.
kids won't get in the way of that so well. My kids aren't like they won't get in the way of it.
Maybe. Yeah, good. All right, well, Shelly, have a good night. Please stay safe, sane, and consensual out there. And I hope that call back, and we'll try to figure out what happened, and maybe we can help you out some more there. So,
Yeah, I hope you guys didn't ruin my life tonight. Thanks.
good God, me neither. That would be terrible.
Hope not.
All right.
Hope not.
Well, thanks so much. Thanks for calling in. Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
All right. Wow.
Wish you would have led with that.
Yeah, that would have been a help a little bit.
I thought she was a kidless woman.
Yeah,
a guy
a child.
with kids.
Yeah, a single woman or a woman without children. Wells, what are some statistics about relationships with children in it and stuff?
Oh, I know the divorce rate's higher.
If they have
if they have kids are involved in second marriages.
What specific statistics are you looking for?
Just like how many singles date a partner who has kids, or I don't know.
I've avoided kids in my dating life.
Yeah, there's no kid. Well, yeah.
No, it's out there. No, thanks.
Yeah, so
off. I know. Sorry, Wells.
No worries. I'm not really seeing a ton of statistics about the percentage of adults who would be willing to date someone with kids.
Yeah, it's all right.
I dated someone with a kid one time.
Yeah. And how was that?
Yeah.
How was that?
How was that, Wells?
It was okay. I never met the child. We didn't progress that far into our relationship, but it was interesting thinking about the possibility that I might.
Yeah. So I've chatted about this older woman who was a bisexual. So she actually had, I think, 3 kids.
Oh, wow.
But she, they were all living with their other fathers. I think there's 2 fathers, but she never saw them, so they weren't in the picture for me. but that was my only experience with dating a woman who had children. So, um, my thing was that since they were older, they were like, teenagers, almost adults, like as me, like the age gap wasn't that big. And so it was just like, if I was to meet these kids, like, what would they think of me? I kind of just like, it made me feel, I don't know, I wouldn't say uncomfortable, but it was just like, I don't know. I think that they would hate me or something. I don't know. Just like I picture like my own mom, if like she was dating a guy that was close to my age, like all I could think about is like you're banging my mom. I don't know, something like that.
Huh.
Do you guys understand what I'm talking about or no?
Yeah, because when I was that age and people were dating my mom, I felt the same way.
Yeah, yeah, like you're
No,
banging my mom, man. It's yeah. What are you doing? Um,
it's rude.
Dick? Do you have any final thoughts?
Overall, or just on like the dating people with kids?
Bet overall, whatever. Yeah, we're kind of winding down the show here, so.
Yeah, I mean, look, the reason I don't want kids, like, I just because I don't even get a dog, right? Like I just
Mm-hmm.
don't need the responsibility. I can't, I wouldn't take care of them. I barely take care of myself, right? I don't treat
Mm-hmm.
myself right. So, and if a guy, since I date guys, if a guy has kids, then that means he's already gone through some crazy ass transformation in his life. And I don't know if I
Mm-hmm.
want to
Yeah.
take that
Mm-hmm.
on either. I know we're running up, which is great because Jamie just shoved the hanger underneath the door. So I think
Okay.
he's outside.
Yeah, he wants to go and say, like,
I
take this
think
hanger
it's
off the
like
door.
midterms or something,
Oh,
right? You're right.
yeah, I guess so. It's about that time. Wells, any final thoughts for you there?
Hmm. Different strokes for different folks.
Different strokes. Different strokes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Complicated.
yeah, whatever makes you happy, people.
Mm-hmm.
That's just kind of what it comes down to.
As long as
Find
it's safe, sane, and consensual.
Mm-hmm.
exactly. And we'll end it there. Have a good night. I hope everybody is happy out there and staying safe. Thank you so much, everyone.
Night,
And
everyone.
good night.
Night.
All right.